Hi, today we are going to do Kruella test drive number 3. The last 2 test drives I discovered little things that were wrong, and I have gone through a lot of those things and hopefully fixed them. Some of the problems were, well, the one that annoyed me the most was this gas gauge didn't work. It was like flopping all over the place, and when you hit the brake it would like go to full, which was a very odd problem. I'm not 100% sure why it was doing that, but what I did was I replaced the sending unit and cleaned up the ground, and now it works fine. Let's see, what else did I work on? I had these cup holders made. I designed these in 3D and had them 3D printed. And as you can see, it works. So those are new. The seat belts were kind of awkward to use before. So I designed these guides and had those 3D printed so that the car could have, something resembling 3-point harnesses. This car wasn't really designed for that, but in my mind, that's kind of like the minimum of safety I can deal with not having. So, gotta have decent seat belts. So I set this up so that I could have nice seat belts. What else? I had some trim made. So these accent pieces right here, I 3D designed those and had them printed. Same with this ring on the speaker, just things for show, but make things look nice. So I had that CNC'd. There were also a lot of rattles and just noises the car was making. So I went through and I worked on those. So a whole lot of the rattles were actually coming from these convertible top brackets, this latch, for when you put the convertible top up. So I made a bunch of modifications to this so you can see it, it doesn't really make any noise anymore. The other big source of the rattles was the trim on the hood. So those trim lines where the vents are, those were rattling around a lot. So I worked on those and got those so they didn't rattle so much. And then another trim piece I added was this thing. I designed this in 3D and had it CNC'd and then chrome plated. And the actual purpose of this is to function as a place to put your cell phone, when you're driving. And the other thing that's really nice is this stereo. It has a wireless Apple CarPlay, so your maps and your music and all this stuff can appear on here without being distracting. All right, that's about all I can think of that I worked on. Let's see if those things are actually fixed. Oh, actually, I remembered a couple more things. The backup camera wasn't behaving very well. So, sometimes it would come on and sometimes it wouldn't. And my shifter knob was popping off. But I think I have fixed that. So anyway, let's try this stuff. All right, backup camera. Are you showing the backup camera? There we go. Okay. By the way, I still don't have tags. Getting tags for a self-built car is turning out to be problematic and complicated. And when I call the BMV, I get different answers every time. And when I read about it on the internet, everybody says different stuff. But I'm working on it. Okay, looks like it's clear. No terrible clunks. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, a few little things there when it hit the bumps, but better than before.
What was that?
I think we just ran over something. Don't think that was the car. You know, the brakes have gotten stiffer since the last drive, which I don't really understand. I mean, they stopped the car fine, but they feel stiffer than right after I worked on them, which I don't particularly understand. So I'm going to go all the way to the end of this and then go up to Calumet so that I can have like a longer straightaway drive. So that is just an alley, right, at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to turn here. It's funny, like as I drive this thing, stuff seems to dial in. You know, like the steering feels a little better, like not as loose. I'm sure I need an alignment though. And I don't like how, you know, it's really weird. Like sometimes I'm going straight and the steering wheel is straight, and sometimes I'm going straight and the steering wheel is not straight. So I don't fully understand that. Well, I can't see past this van.
Well, they have a stop sign anyway.
It's true. Okay, here's some bumps. Something was rattling. You know, again, I think that was the convertible top latches. Yeah, I think it's still the latches. Not as loud as they were, but they're still rattling around. I don't think I can really get them any better though, because I put felt on all the surfaces that I could. I think that the only way I could really fix that would be to figure out a different kind of latch. I mean, that's the latch that came with the car, but you know, if I wanted to really get rid of that rattle, I think I'd have to come up with a different latch. This windshield is so short that I have to duck down to see the lights. Which is funny. I mean, if I sit straight up, my head is way out of the car. Love it. Thanks. Okay. Oh, that really sounded nice going into the driveway. It didn't make any weird noises at all. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is test being able to just drive it into the garage without having to fuss around. So first we got to get the garage door open. Scout.
Straight.